Ooh, it is.
kind of thing. Welcome back to the RF Fitness Podcast, brought to you by the rffitness.net, your source for online coaching built for and by busy grown-ups just like you who are on the quest for health and strength in everyday life. I am your host, Rob Finlayson, certified personal trainer, elder brother, and I had one. What was it? Clean Pants Dad.
Clean
And
Pants Dan.
Clean
Wow.
Pants
Proud of you.
Dad. Look at me go. I'm here with
Nice.
my co-host.
Rachael Hammer? Uh,
I think so.
younger sister and mother of dragons. Is that what they
Ooh,
say?
I haven't watched that show since season 4 of the original Game of Thrones.
I haven't watched that show, period. But, well, actually, mother of dinos.
Mother of
Because
Dinos. Mm-hmm.
we got chickens.
Because Linnea is now a dinosaur.
No.
Tell me about the chicken. That's a pretty new thing, right? Is that like
Yep.
that's between episodes, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we got them like now. Today's day 3.
Damn, how's it going?
Pretty good. I mean, we neither Eric or I have had chickens before, so we don't
How
know
many
the
chickens do you
beginning.
have?
6, and if you live in Blaine, don't tattle on me. Um,
How many are you supposed to have in Blaine?
6, but the permit got weird. I don't know.
How
Blaine
was
says
the
we're allowed to have
permits?
6.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. The one narky neighbor, we said, hey, we're gonna hook you up with some eggs, so don't narc, bro.
Those fresh eggs are pretty baller, dude.
Fresh eggs to keep your mouth shut, to keep your
Pretty
beak
baller.
shut.
Ooh, shut your beak.
Shut your beak. Um,
Be quiet is more like it.
ooh,
Ooh, okay.
but his wife probably won't. Anyway, so
So,
no,
you,
we
so, so we were talking about it a lot, and you said like laying eggs is like a 2-year process or something. Did I misread that text? That sounds fucking wild.
yeah, you did. I
Okay,
don't know what
good.
you're referring to.
Because I could just go to the store and buy eggs if it takes
Yeah, though it
two
is not the
years.
same.
Yeah.
No, it will take 2 months for them to start laying because they're uh 4-ish months old.
Okay.
So you pay top dollar for a teen chicken.
Okay.
You pay very little dollars for baby chickens, little baby chicks. But with that, is a whole, you have to buy like, not a bunch of stuff, but you have to buy like stuff to be raising these little chicks and they die very easily. You also don't
Mm.
know which ones are male or female.
Oh,
And we cannot and will not have a rooster. Um,
yeah.
so so yeah, we ended up just getting these teen chickens, and we have, for all the chicken lovers out there, we have 3 buff Orpingtons
Wow.
and 2 golden comets and 1 golden laced windot.
Ooh, these are all extraordinarily fancy names
I
for
mean,
for a chicken, for what is just to me like
it is,
farm
yeah, it is
bird.
wild to me. Right. I was also pretty flabbergasted by the amount of breeds. It's just like the dog world.
Sure. So you gonna start
But we
breeding
went,
chickens now?
I mean, I have a pretty big feeling Linnea's going to be a 4-H chicken girl because she do be loving these chickens.
They are my birds. Yeah.
Want to hold them? Is what she says.
I haven't met them yet. Olivia's met them a couple times now, right?
Yes, and I
Nice
was
ones.
so proud of her for holding that chicken.
We were all very surprised.
Yeah,
She said
man.
yes to holding a chicken.
Yeah, and like they
Yeah.
were like flapping around and stuff, and but yeah, so we got them. A lot of people are like, "Where TF? Hey Mo, where do you get um chickens from? Like, what a weird
Yeah.
concept." But yeah, we got them from this place called Anoka Ramsey Farm and Garden,
Cool.
um, and it's in, as you might guess, Anoka Ramsey area.
Ah.
And they sell chicks, and they sell these teen chickens.
Mhm.
They sell quails, eggs, ducks, all sorts of stuff. Super knowledgeable people, really small business, cool to support them. Um, and so we went there and we just brought our chickens home in some boxes
Wow, just like that.
One of them was a Smirnoff box, which I thought was just,
Ha!
I don't know.
Thought that was another breed of chicken for a second, the Smirnoff.
Smirnoff box, yeah. So there's 6 chickens total. I have named 4,
What
but
are
I'm
they?
only naming them as these like good ideas are coming. I'm not just gonna name them like, you know, random
Whatever.
names because I'm desperate. So number 1 name immediately went to the Golden Lace Windot because she's the one and only. She's the prettiest of them all.
Wow.
Um, and shout out to my favorite movie. Her name is Gretchen Wieners.
Oh, her feathers are so big because that's where she keeps her secrets.
Yes, and she's Lacey Golden Lace, the woman that plays Gretchen Wieners. Her first name is Lacey.
And that chicken's dad invented Pop Tarts.
Oh God, I love that line.
My father, the inventor of Pop Tarts,
Pop
would not
Tarts?
be pleased to hear this.
Or no, it's the inventor of toaster strudel.
Because
Even
Pop Tarts
worse.
would have been too far a stretch for the imagination, but toaster strudel, I could
Yeah.
see it. Yeah. Okay,
God, I love toaster strudel.
so we have. I could never make it work. Anyway, it's a whole other conversation.
Hmm.
We have Gretchen Wieners. Who else? There's 3 others that are named.
Uh, yes, and then we have Ann Perkins.
Excellent. Okay.
And then we have Dee from Always Sunny because she's a
She's
bird.
a bird. Yep.
Um, and
Classic.
then yeah, right. So those are my 2 favorite shows. My 2 favorite movies: Mean Girls, Shutter Island. 2 favorite shows: Parks and Rec, Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Is the fourth chicken
And
named
then
like Leonardo DiCaprio or something?
right, I know it. I
Is
was
it
just
named
like,
just Leonardo DiCaprio in Shutter Island?
that rolls off the tongue.
It really.
No, the other one is named Haley because it's a golden comet and Haley's comet.
Oh, I thought it was Halley's
The breed
Comet.
is.
I might be thinking of
Don't ruin my
Hale-Bopp.
chicken's name. I
Hold
thought it
on.
was Haley's comet. Haley?
Uh,
I don't like that.
Haley's. Oh, okay. It's spelled Helley, so it could be Halley's or Haley's Comet.
All right, well,
Hold
it's my
on.
fucking chicken, so Haley.
It is. Wow. Normally I just eat them.
I know a lot of people have asked if they're for meat or for eggs. So for all the listeners out there, eggs,
Eggs.
because I mean you can only have 6. I'm not. I don't know. We're not gonna like keep re upping
We're
and
not farming. They're not rabbits,
yeah,
guys. You're not going to breed them for meat on your own on your own property.
relax.
Yeah.
I mean that would
So
be dope because we eat so much chicken and
it's my favorite food.
really, have you ever had Holy Land's rotisserie chicken?
I have not.
Ooh, whenever people tell me they like chicken, that's the follow up question.
I got to go there.
If you're number one, have you never been to Holy Land? That's insane.
I actually don't think I ever have.
Okay, so I actually asked my one friend's ex boyfriend, um, who is from Iran, and I
Mhm.
said, because he was like here and he wanted like food, like Middle
Yeah.
Eastern Persian food or and
Man's got to
stuff,
eat. Yeah.
and I said, hey, have you been to Holy Land? And he's just like, yeah, and I was like, they have the best rotisserie chicken, and he was like Mecca. I was like, oh no no,
No,
we're on two
I
different
meant the
levels.
store, not the Holy Land.
Right. And he was like, no, I've been to the Holy Land, but no, I've not
Mm.
been to your little deli.
Your little deli. Yeah, but
I
the
was like,
hummus
cool,
is
cool,
really
cool.
good. So, but the pitas,
Oh my
bro.
god, the fresh hummus.
God, I feel like
Dude, the fresh
I heard
hummus.
about
Yeah.
Holy Land from Dad more than any other store, probably on planet Earth. So I
Yeah.
think I've
Yep. Yep. Yep.
experienced it
Yep.
vicariously enough.
Yeah. 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 Holy Land. If you go to Holy Land, get their rotisserie chicken and get their hummus platter. Do not get the pre made hummus. You want the fresh yet.
Don't be a chump. Get the platter.
But yeah, so we got these chickens. I'm really excited about them.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to wake up in the morning and go open the chicken coop, and I'm very excited for when they come running out instead of just go like and
nervous balking.
Yes, in parentheses,
Yeah,
nervous
subtitle
balking.
nervous kabalking. Because they're pretty.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
would imagine they're. I mean, to say that someone is chicken, right? I would imagine they're kind of skittish animals. That they take a lot of getting used to people in its
Yes.
environments.
Yeah, so apparently, I could be wrong. Does Moxie listen to the podcast?
Yes,
Okay. So Moxie, tell me if I'm wrong, but I have heard that they get friendlier when they start laying,
really.
which is so interesting because it's essentially their period. And I know I don't get friendlier when I'm having my period.
Same.
So
Maybe
super
I don't
weird,
know.
but
Yeah, I mean, even beyond that,
so
it's
yeah,
like
we
they sit on the egg. It's like protecting your young. You'd think they'd get territorial or something. I'm sure they're bred
yeah, I
specifically
don't
to
know.
have like a disposition to be like, oh yeah,
Very much so.
reach in there, bud. Go ahead.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So yeah, we have when we went to the store, we said we want good layers, friendly, not loud, and they gave us
You're checking
essentially
all the
that.
boxes.
But so far, by far, golden comets are our favorite.
Yeah, because
So
it's the friendliest, or
yeah, definitely the friendliest.
yeah. All right. Well,
So
what is it? We jump into a check in here.
cool.
Excuse me. I'll burp off camera. Pull a Tezande and move my face away from the microphone. Rachel,
Great.
if you could rate the past period of 7 days on a 1 to 5 scale, one being very low, five being very high, what would you rate it and why?
I would say as a whole, 2.5.
That's higher than last week.
It is higher than last week because I'm putting effort in and I had 2 good days. Today is also going to be a decently good day because after this, I'm going the F to bed.
Nice.
And uh oh.
Uh
No,
oh.
computer. Don't do
What's
computer things like Rob. All
what's
right,
your
cool.
computer doing?
Um, I don't
You're
know.
fine.
Do you want to print something? Not right now.
Nobody.
Yeah, so my BFF Missy, aka my therapist,
Shout
gave gave me a 7 day challenge
out.
to not be on my after bedtime bullshit. Um, and
Ooh.
then
Yeah.
and then I did that for 2 days. And
Nice.
then I had a little slippy uppy, and then I thought, okay, we're just gonna start over again. We're gonna make it to 7 days.
Okay.
Um, so,
So does your
and
timer
then
reset then, or does it continue? And you just take the F for
no,
that
I
one day.
I don't count broken days. It's like 7 days continuum
Okay.
is my, and I don't see her for 2 weeks, so
Well, why not?
you know,
How's she gonna know?
yeah, Missy.
You know, what's she gonna do? Listen to
Um,
the podcast? Wait.
yeah, I give so much crap to like when I will catch up with people. I was talking to my BFF Jake last night, and he was like, "So how are things?" And I was like, "Well, have you been listening to the podcast?" And he's like, "Oh no." I was like, "Well, you would know."
You'd know. You'd know.
And then I was saying something or another. Shutter Island is my favorite movie, and he's like, "I didn't know Shutter Island was your favorite movie." And I was like, "Huh, weird," because everyone that listens to the podcast does. So people that don't
They
even
bring it up
fucking
to me
know
all the
me.
time. They say it to me constantly. I wish they would stop saying it.
But yeah, so we are starting over.
Yep.
You know,
Okay.
things have calmed down somewhat with our
Okay.
BTS stress.
That's good.
Um, yes, so and it has calmed down, and then I still tripped up, and then I was mad at myself because I'm like, they have calmed down. Why are you still on your BS? Um,
How's that Robert Irvine bar at night going? Having a protein bar at night,
well, I
making
just
less
had
of a
that like
treat.
one slip up, and it was because Eric ordered pizza and wings, and I was like, come on, bro.
I
Um,
mean, how you gonna not eat pizza and wings though?
I ate them pizza and wings, so
Yeah.
and I was 1 pound. This is what I was gonna say, like
Okay.
before the call. This has been the trend hitting a very large milestone of weight loss, and I have come within a pound of this milestone. Twice for sure, possibly three times, um, and I come within a pound or two, and then I just start slipping down
Mm,
my mudslide of bad decisions.
yep.
Um, why do I do that?
What's up? What's up with doing that?
What's
I
up
guess
with
that
that?
I guess that's why it's a milestone, right? It's a significant point that is not easy to get to. Like it means something
Yeah.
when we reach it, right?
Yeah, bro. I mean, okay, so I'm going to I keep saying telling this to people. In no shade, Jess, my BFF Jess, I love you so much. And I know you live in Arkansas out of necessity and not pleasure. Business and not pleasure. But I keep telling people, not to brag, but I am going to Arkansas.
Oh my god. I have a good friend who's from Arkansas. He doesn't live there now, but he's
Okay.
from there.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Um, yeah, so my client today was just like, yeah, we're gonna go to St. Thomas, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna go to Arkansas.
Wow. Yeah.
Not to make you feel inferior. Um,
What are you gonna do in Arkansas?
so my best friend Jess lives down there.
Yeah.
Her husband got a job with Walmart. That's where the corporate of Walmart
Yep.
is. He's in sustainability, so it's like a legit thing. He's not
Okay.
in like union busting or something. Um,
I don't think they can call it that if that's what you work in, if that's the field you're in. They have to call it something else.
yeah, I don't know. Breaking up a group of friends department.
Right.
Um, so yeah, she moved out into Arkansas, I don't know, probably a year and a half ish ago. But our favorite band, well, my favorite band, one of her favorite bands, Glass Animals, is on tour
Oh.
right now, and they are playing down in Arkansas. They are playing in Red Rocks. We both really wanted to do that, but
Hmm.
logistically, it just wasn't going to work out. Um, and the tickets are way cheaper in Arkansas, don't you know?
Weird.
Yeah, so uh,
Imagine that.
they're playing on Labor Day, I think, or the day before.
Oh, sure.
Um, so gonna go down for that. In the same week, I'm also gonna go to the ludicrous stop. Ludicrous.
Yeah.
You look like Gretchen Wieners.
Go on. I do. What? What a
You
wonderful
look like a
compliment.
suspicious chicken.
It's the what do you call it? The dramatic hamster from like if you guys remember the internet in like 2004.
Yes. Okay. So
Yeah.
anyway, I'm gonna go see Ludacris and T Pain at the State Fair.
Hell yeah, dude. This is like a lot of fun.
And then like 4 days later, going to go to Arkansas and see Glass Animals. So I'd
Damn.
really like to hit this milestone before that,
Yeah.
so I can gain all of it back when I get back from these concerts. Um,
I was about to say that sounds like a challenging time goal wise, but a good time like
I mean,
life
it's like
experience wise.
right. It's like 2 weeks out. I know I can hit the milestone before that, and then a little extra, and
Okay, then do
then
it.
like
Then do that. Prove it.
I feel like you're doing what Missy did to me. Like
What?
it's definitely the most like aggressive Missy has ever been with me.
Ooh.
Um,
Jump
yeah,
over
she was
the
like
wrists
punching
and
me in the
shake you.
face, and she's like
Yeah.
7 day challenge, or
Let's
else I'll
go.
fucking kill you. Um,
Yeah. I mean, I said that off the air, or else I'll fucking kill you.
yeah,
So
right.
yeah, just do it. All right.
Just
That's
be a
the
Nike
level of care
commercial.
and empathy you can expect with a coach client relationship with RF Fitness.
Yes.
Hit this goal, or I'll fucking kill you with love.
Premium subscription only if you want to be treated like a
Premium,
younger
yeah,
sister,
that's like our
dude.
double
Okay,
diamond
yes,
platinum
I was
set. Go on.
I was talking to M today, my BFFM, and we were talking about her irresponsible younger sister, and how she is just making some irresponsible decisions. And I said, "Have you tried tattling?"
Tattling,
And
because that's what I did.
I said, "Because that's how I handled everything."
Yup.
And she was like, I don't know, like I've kind of talked to my mom about it or whatever. So M is the oldest.
Yeah.
And I was just like, girl, you need to tattle completely. And it's
Go
like,
right
that
to
is the
mommy and
way
daddy.
of life.
Yeah.
Yes. And I was just like, dude, I would every freaking possibility, I'd be
Oh,
like, Rob went up the stairs too fast.
100% correct. That you would title. Not that I went up the stairs too fast. You cannot go up the stairs too fast.
Yeah, right.
That's
And
yeah.
then I
That's
would do.
always
Oh
something.
yeah. Do you? I'm not going to bring up that story. So
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, the you would never tell on me because I don't know, you didn't give a shit, and I would
No,
tell
I
on
just mind my
you
own
because
business.
that was the point of my life.
Great. We have a very different views on the sibling relationship and what it
Yes.
means. I feel like when it has to
And
be.
then Em was just like, "Oh my god, yes!" Like my little sister would be like, "Mom,
Yeah.
Em looked at me mean,"
Yes.
and then and then she would be like, and then cue Chloe leaping onto me and scratching me with her nails, just like straight up physically assaulting me, and then I would just
Yeah.
stay quiet.
Yeah. I don't know. As an older sibling, I guess it's just not your place to tattle. That's young. That's young sibling shit.
I don't know. Tattling is so fun.
I don't. I never liked it. I think any here's an opinion
I
I've
love a good
recently.
tattle.
Here's an opinion I've come across in my adult years that I think I've always had, but I only was able recently to put into words. Any appeal made directly and promptly to authority is an appeal made out of personal weakness because you can't handle your own shit.
I'm still gonna tattle.
Yeah.
Cool. Mom.
Mom, you'll never believe what Rob just said. She listens to the show. I'm sure she can, regale us with some wild tattling tales, and I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah. Do you
I've
remember? Do you
tailed
remember how?
sometimes.
Speaking of stairs, speaking of stairs, do you remember how often we would throw ourselves down the stairs?
I think I fell down those stairs at least 4 times during my life.
I think I like legitimately fell down the stairs like twice, and then I saw Mom's reaction, and I was like, "I'm gonna yeet myself down these stairs."
I don't think I ever did it on purpose.
Oh, really? I did all the time.
That's fucked up. I would did it on
Well,
accident.
yeah, nope. I did it super purposefully, and Mom said that she would hear me tumble down the stairs, and I would be silent, and then she would like peek over the top and be like, "Ah."
Oh my god. Oh, like we
Oh
do the
yeah,
one like the downstairs. So we have a split level house. So there's like an upstairs stairs and then stairs to the basement off of the landing. So
correct.
you would fall, quote unquote, fall down the downstairs stairs.
Yes.
Okay, so there's like 5 or 6 stairs there. I fell down the stairs, like the upstairs stairs, multiple
Yeah, the
times.
upstairs stairs I think were like real falling stairs. The
Yeah,
downstairs
those ones
stairs
are
were my
fucked
attention
up.
falling stairs. Yes.
Yes, there's a difference. I
And
don't
I
ever recall the
literally
two.
have core memories of like feeling the carpet on my like the back of my head and waiting for Mom's head to peek over and being like, any second now is gonna be a moment to shine.
Ha! This is gonna be. She's gonna love this. She's
Yeah.
gonna love this so
She is
much.
gonna feel so bad for me.
Oh my
And then when she
god.
comes down, I can tell her the fucked up thing Rob did.
Yeah, and did you know that Rob put his shoes on wrong? Or it's just some bullshit like that. I'm said a bad word today.
I'm also just like uber terrified because I was the way I was when I was a child, and thus far, Linnea is a carbon copy of me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Olivia's extremely like me, as well. But I was a really boring kid. I was just extremely weird. So
yeah,
we had different things there. Let's go
yeah.
back to the check-in. Rachel, what's working right now? What can we lean into to further our progress towards goals?
I think overall an attitude change has happened.
I like that. Okay, tell me more about
Yeah.
that.
I mean, because the stress level has gone down, not significantly. The big thing that needs to happen has not happened yet. Um, but we're getting there.
Hmm.
I don't know, man. I just like I know this isn't the end. I know Because
Yeah.
before I was just like, ah, fuck. I'm gonna have to end this podcast, and because like I don't want to keep signing in and saying like I'm
Mm,
not, nothing is happening essentially, or like I'm
right.
just doing fat girl
Just
shit.
like treading water
Um,
and yeah.
but I don't know. I'm still kind of doing fat girl shit, but I'm like less bitter about it.
I mean, honestly, that's I
Um,
think a healthy change. Yeah.
yeah, I think so. I don't know. Um, yeah,
Good.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Attitude change. I like that attitude shift. What
Yeah.
obstacles are still in the way? Like a
Linnea
big
sleeping.
Linnea
If you
sleeping.
could just not wake up at 5,
So
another vibe.
Lydia woke up at 5:30. I think until like 6 months after she kicked her naps every day. So that's like 4 or 5 years that she did
All
that.
right, cool. I'll just go ahead
Like
and
it's just that just is the
smash
way it
my
is.
face into a wall.
I have devastating news, Rachel. I think that's just the way it is now.
I don't like that answer at all.
I'm very sorry.
Well, I
I'm
mean, she actually like I was talking to Missy about it, and who Missy is a child psychologist, and
oh yeah.
like because sometimes she wasn't going to bed until like 9, and then she would wake up at 5 and
Yeah.
take maybe hour and a half nap or whatever, and she's like, biologically that is not sustainable. Like you cannot
Mm, for like
for
a for like a regular person maybe, like an adult, but like a child
no
doesn't
specifically a
need
child.
no, kids don't need sleep, Rachel. They don't need to eat. They just do it because we tell them they do. If they had their own way, they wouldn't actually have to.
Oh, okay.
They're like animals. They're like little creatures. They're not powered
Wow.
by normal
Pediatrician
things.
Finlayson over here says
I'm just telling you, they're like little curse beings who come out of the misty lands to curse our
the
lives,
misty
and
lands.
they're powered by
Ah.
yes, they're powered by like moonlight and curse energy. They don't. This kid for lunch today ate. She ate like frozen mangoes and popcorn. I think raged until we had dinner at like 6:30. So she had
Mm,
breakfast, had like three kid-sized bowls of snacks, and then had a Happy Meal at like 6:30, and then never once said she was hungry while we were doing things
interesting.
unless I
Yeah.
made her eat stuff. She doesn't sleep
Yes. Yeah.
until we tell her it's time to go to sleep. She would still be awake right now if we
Dude,
didn't
yes.
tell her, "Hey, it's right now. It's go to bedtime right now."
Let's go to bed o'clock.
You
Yeah,
know,
this
there's a
this
feeding
little
time.
this little kid who was probably like 5 or 6 at the park that we went to today. Uh
Shout out to Tamarack Nature Center.
yeah, it is the
It
coolest
kicks
in
ass,
Whipper
dude. It's
Lake.
very good. Yeah.
Um very, very good. And so yeah, this little kid was, I don't know, kind of just befriended Linnea, and Linnea loved it. And he goes, "One time I stayed up until midnight," and I said, "Your poor mother."
Yeah, man. Feel bad for those
Yeah,
people. That sucks.
yeah, 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 yeah.
We've all stayed up till
Yeah,
midnight, man. Don't worry about it. Not a big deal.
yeah, yeah. I mean, right, right. I was just like, bro, I can barely make it to midnight. I couldn't imagine trying to make it to midnight with my 4 or 5 year old unhinged child.
God, for
Don't do
real.
that to your mom.
Don't do that to your mother. Rachel, what's the closest hurdle right now?
Um,
Linnea sleeping is the big obstacle. The hurdle is like a smaller one.
Yeah, I
That's
think
more
just
short
like
term.
I really just need to find an after or post Linnea bedtime routine. I need to
Mm.
find something else other than the BS that I've been doing. So
Yeah.
last night I tried something different. Also wasn't successful.
Okay.
So we're gonna nix that off the possibility list. Um,
Alrighty.
I think the only possible option right now is to sedate myself. So I can't
This
make
is
bad
medical.
decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just had sleep
Yeah.
for dinner. Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, I got prescribed trazodone because I like have always historically since I was a child had issues falling asleep. Um,
Sure.
yeah, so me trying to like snap out of these activities, I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm gonna take this trazodone. I don't know. I got it and I just never used it. And then so I finally used it for
Oh.
the first time, and I was like laying in bed, and I was like, maybe I should take another pill. This shit, this isn't doing any.
Yeah. And then it was morning. Yeah.
Yes. Eric was just like, "Did you hear me when I came in?" And I was like, "No," because Eric gets home super late, and
Yeah.
I was just like, "No." He's like, "Gunther made such a production when I walked in the
A
door," and I was like, "Oh,
production.
I had no idea." He's like, "Yeah, when I came in to like go shut the door, you were in the same position that you were in when I came back in like 3 hours later." And I'm like a crappie flopper, so like
Yeah. Yeah.
it very
That rarely
obscure.
happens.
And he was like, "Yeah, I knew something was up.
She's dead.
Something was up." Yeah,
You
so
were
I think
better living through
I don't know.
chemistry.
Yeah,
Well,
like
I mean that
especially with
sounds.
Linnea going to bed right now, it's just like I just need to straight up do my AM prep and
Oh,
then
sure.
take a shower,
Call
go to
it.
bed. Yeah,
Yeah.
trying
Honestly,
to do
yeah.
anything else, just
Forget about it.
yeah, essentially.
Oh man, I feel the same way. Olivia starts kindergarten next week.
That's
So
crazy.
I mean, it's early. It's crazy because it's very early for a school year, and it's also crazy because she's starting
Well,
fucking
yeah,
kindergarten.
right. That's what I'm talking about.
My Nina is going to as like school, capital S school,
Man.
school for real.
What are the hours?
I don't fucking know.
Cool.
I know that
Oh
for the
my
first couple of days I need to
god.
drop her right. For the first couple of days I need to drop her off because it'll start late at like 9 a.m. and then it's
Okay.
8 a.m. after that. And I don't know if 8 a.m. is just for that first week or Mo's gonna be so mad when she listens to this.
I have
Oh,
went over this with him so
she
many times.
100%. It's on the family calendar. It's on the Google calendar.
Oops.
Listen, I'm not a future details memorizer person. Mo
Yeah.
is.
No. No shit.
I'm a what do I need to do right
Mm-hmm.
now person. Okay.
Oh my god.
Um, so yeah, we'll figure that out. But the point of the matter is, like right now, feels like this is talks this goes back a little bit to what we were talking about earlier today at the park about like I'm gonna suddenly have all this time that I don't know, like I've not that I literally haven't had like
Right.
half a decade since we had the kid 5 years ago, like 5.5 years ago now.
But are you picking up way more shifts at the gym?
So my schedule at Soda has already shifted to what it is going to be. So
Right.
that's fixed right now because I shifted at the beginning of summer because I imagined we would have so like the schedule flexibility to sort of do whatever at summer, try it out. So if the schedule there does change, I don't think it's going to. It will change very little, whatever. Mostly what I plan to do is spend more
Mm,
time like building RF fitness and like doing more stuff with that, being more available to
for sure.
clients, like building out what I can offer for service tiers and taking on like a second quest group, I think, season as we go. Next quest group season, by the way, begins the weekend after Labor Day in September. I believe it's September 8th is that Sunday. It's going to be our kickoff meeting. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that, guys. Uh, yeah, and just finding and like getting back into jujitsu and keeping the house in order and
Mm-hmm.
Mo just like this thing they did this
Oh
weekend.
yeah.
Man. Yeah, she was like, so I was thinking Thursdays because I don't work on Thursdays and I won't work on Thursdays. I think during the school year, she's like, I was thinking Thursdays could be like your day to do things around the house, like work on projects, like fix this door or like do this and that and the other thing. And I made this face like, what? Like, do you, who me? I'm not I'm not projects dad. I'm not
Looking behind you.
projects. Yeah, I was like, yeah, look at like the
You're talking to
sunken.
Project's husband?
Yeah. Who are you talking to? Tim Allen? Is he in the room with us right now? Because it's not me. I'm not projects guy. I think I've done like 2 projects ever at the house. One of them is my garden, which
I was
I
just about to
love,
say, you
and
did your garden.
I did my garden, which Mo hates. She thinks it's an eyesore, and I love because I worked hard on it, even though it is an
Do
eyesore.
you only do container gardening? Is that why she hates it?
Uh, you'd have to ask her, honestly.
Oh, okay.
It's cinder blocks made into containers and
Oof.
into raised bed.
Oof, that sounds ugly. No wonder all your neighbors are building fences.
Yeah, my neighbors build their fences, which is great. She hates it now, but when all our neighbors build fences for us and we get a fenced in yard for free,
Look
you're
what
all,
I built.
look what I built for this family. Eat your
Oh,
beans that
you
I
could make a
grew.
cinder block fence.
I don't think I haven't thought about it. We'll get
Oh
into the
god.
cinder blocks. They're just heavy Legos, man. It's great.
Mm.
Yeah, and then like I did work in the basement down here, which I
Oh
hate
yeah,
with
yeah.
the burning passion of 1,000 suns.
Yeah.
I hate everything about our house. Just architecturally, it's cursed. I dislike this place. If I had my way,
It's
I would.
it's the characters behind the
It's the
walls.
characters behind the walls. So a lot of people probably don't know this about my home, but when we moved in, the basement was quote unquote finished. It had wood paneling across all the walls. When we bought it, Mo said, "We're going to take these down." And when she said, "We're going to take these down," she meant, "Rob, you're going to take these down." And then
Hey,
I
non-project husband.
yeah, I think this is probably in both of our process of learning. I'm not projects guy.
Fair.
In endeavoring to take down the wood paneling, I have no idea what to do with it. So
Yeah.
we just started to take it down. And like my buddy Ethan was over, and we're like prying things out, and I pry a few things off the wall, and behind it is just the cinder block of the basement, or the base of the house. And I'm like, dude, there's paint on these. There's like art on the walls, hidden behind the walls. It's like I studied to be an archaeologist in school, so this to me is morbidly fascinating. I'm like, was it whoa, like a hidden civilization? We pry a whole bunch of things out, and they across the entire, as far as we can tell, we didn't do the whole basement. As far as we can tell, we got like 60-ish%, I think, of wall uncovered by panel that was covered by it. Was floor to ceiling, wall to wall, hand painted amateur murals of
Horrifying.
horrifyingly depicted, like uncanny valley, like Mother Goose, like folktale characters. Like the main one is this elephant with this big these giant like goose egg eyes and one pupil that stares out directly at the viewer, that
Oof.
follows you
Oof.
around the room. And there's a
Oh.
giant ass bird with this old witch on top, and she's flying into a book that just says Mother Goose, and it's clearly Mother Goose characters of some kind. And then there's the little boy who ran away with the pig or something like that. He's being chased by a dog,
Oh
and
yeah.
the boy is screaming in fear.
Screaming in
There's
fear.
I assume
There's a caption underneath that says "screaming in fear."
ah. And on the inside of this wall here, where I sit right now, was Humpty Dumpty, which was absolutely
Oh god.
jarring to
Yeah.
reveal in the moment.
Oh.
The face, it is a life
Yeah. You
size of
awaken the ancestors, and
it is a flesh colored egg being with arms and legs and a old man face, very detailed,
oh,
wrinkly old man face. God, it was awful. And those characters have been living on our wall probably since it was shortly after it was built in the early 50s.
hmm.
And then someone came in the 70s and wisely said, "No, thank you," and put wood paneling over it. And we said, "Let's just see what's behind there." And we opened up, we cracked it, the spirits, oh, came out and infested the house. And now
Yeah. Yeah.
everything's wrong with every door in this house is bad.
It's the screaming boy,
The wiring in the house, bad. Heating
done
in the
by Humpty
house,
Dumpty.
bad. In the wintertime, no matter if I have the heat on, it blasts cold air in the basement just all the time. It's awesome, dude. So yeah, one just a bitch about my house some more. It's considered a starter home or a flipper house, and has had like 11
Who
owners.
doesn't live in a starter home?
Right. Well, that's the thing. A non-starter home is like a McMansion. I think
Right.
that's where you end up. That's the idea. And like so many people are like, oh, so like yeah, when you sell this house, it'll be X, Y, Z. You do this and Y, do this to here, so that you can increase the value of your home. So when you sell, it's like I'm not selling this. You don't understand. You don't understand, man. I'm in my 30s. I'm a millennial. I'm not selling this house. I'm not moving out of here. I'm gonna fucking die here, man. My ghost
Bury me
joins.
with the Mother Goose
Put me in the
characters.
Humpty Dumpty wall, dude. I will occupy this space for eternity. All right. I am not leaving. Thank you.
My
Goodbye.
family plot is behind these walls.
Behind these walls, this is a catacomb. You open up, there'll be a skull inside. Yeah.
Yes. Have you heard of the St. Louis Park's catacombs?
No, it's just one guy's house. It's just one guy. It's just one guy's skull. It's in the walls. He didn't tell you where.
Oh
Yeah, this is the
God.
same house where our bathroom ceiling in the downstairs bathroom became waterlogged and collapsed, and a bunch of razor blades came out, just like literally
Oh
hundreds of rusty
yeah.
razor blades came flying, along with like some
Yeah.
tools and wrenches and
It's
nails and shit. Dude,
my friend, it is so haunted.
it's mega coursed. I asked I asked a real estate agent, is like, hey, is this place haunted? Like, because you have to ask. I think we covered it in the last episode.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to ask if it's, they won't tell you. And she was like, no, nothing reported. Fucking liar. Has to be. Have I experienced paranormal things
Liar.
here?
Yeah.
No. Is this house also just clearly obviously haunted? Yeah. Have you been here,
Right.
dude?
Yeah.
So the vibes are
Benny.
bad. The vibes are in shambles here at Chateau de Skullhouse.
Yeah, on Mirror probably has a lot of stories to tell.
Mira, my dog, not a reflective surface, as you say in a northeastern accent.
Correct.
Correct.
And your
So
cat,
Mira,
Radiator.
your cat, Arby's. Arby's would be a great name for a cat. Not Arby.
Arby's.
Not Arby. Arby's with the apostrophe.
Wow.
Oh, and his tag could be the little cowboy hat.
This cat has the meat. Gross.
That's the episode name.
This cat
Rachel,
has the meat.
what do you think? What do you think the best next movie is going to be?
Getting a cat, naming it Arby's.
Name it
Um,
Arby's with the apostrophe.
I think just continuously trying to do this 7 day challenge.
Let's say finish. Let's say successfully finish 7 day challenge. That
Sedating
would
myself into success.
whatever it takes.
Another solid tile. Sedating myself to success.
I do like that a
A
lot.
memoir.
A memoir by Rachel Finlayson. Rachel Hammerwood, sorry.
Whatever. Rachel Finlayson
uh,
sounds better.
yeah, I think that's all I got. It's going to be a short one today, and we are like, oh, it's going to be long, but it's not.
Yeah,
And this
yeah.
is there anything else you
I
wanted to
mean, we're
bring
like
up?
15 minutes off of our regular.
Well, let's not fill it with fluff here. Is there anything else that you wanted to bring up
Um,
or talk about on the call?
any? Let's not fill it with fluffs. Fill it with solids. I don't have any solids.
Well, speaking of solids, okay. So at the top of the episode, I'm a clean pants dad. I'm going to end the episode with this.
Oh yeah.
So the reason I'm clean pants dad today is because earlier in the day, I took Olivia to Target to do some grocery shopping. She said, I want a snack. I said, when we're getting a snack, it's not going to be a treat because sometimes we get her like a cake pop or a cookie or something like that from the Starbucks while we shop. But today she had already had some snacks and treaty snacks, whatever, early in the day. So I'm like, if we get a snack, it's going to be a snack, not like a treat snack. And she's like, what does that even mean? I was like, well, let's go see. And these little snack packs in the thing at Starbucks, and one of them was like a protein pack.
Oh,
With like
that's what
cheese.
you're talking about. Okay.
Yes, or like a cheese and cracker snack where she throws a protein pack. It's like an eggs, a couple of hard boiled eggs, cheese, whatever, dried fruit. We eat it.
Super
She,
legit.
surprise, surprise, she dislikes 90% of it. I eat 90% of it. Whatever. Shocker. Kids don't need to eat. They live on moonlight and curse energy. That's what
The
powers them.
mist.
They eat mist. They eat mist until they go to school, and then they get school lunch, and they have Italian dunkers, and like, oh, I need to eat all the time now.
Maxi sticks.
I digress. So yeah, we do our shopping when we leave, and on my way out to the car, my guts are churning.
Blurbling.
We're getting a glurgle. And as I pull out of the parking lot of Target, I realize I need to poop right now. And I have never been metaphorically further away from a toilet ever in my entire life. It's
Yeah.
normally
Yeah.
like a maybe 10-minute drive from Target to our house. But right now, Cedar Lake Road, the road that we use everything for, is under heavy construction. So we need to take several different twists and turns in a much longer way, like literally triples our time to get pretty much anywhere. So I follow that stuff, all kind of bumpies. I'm like clenching I'm clenching, guys. I'm engaging the core. I'm
It's
engaging
coming out of me like lava.
like lava. I'm clenching my gluteus maximus. I'm doing my breathing exercises like that. Okay. Olivia's in the back seat, completely unaware of everything that's going on.
Yeah,
She's
right.
rattling off. She's a 5-year-old, so she has like 1,000 questions about every single thing that is going on. And I'm trying my best to answer, not be like mega curt and short with her. It is not working most of the time. She has to understand the vibe is also again in shambles. And like at one point, we're trying to get off the exit to get to the turn, to our house, and I'm stuck behind this big stupid truck. And I'm like scoping out the side of the road right now. I'm like looking like, is this a wide
Yeah.
enough shoulder for me
Yeah.
to get off? Can I like drop trout shit in the shrubs over
Mm-hmm.
here?
Mm-hmm.
How and like in my
Been
brain,
there,
like
baby.
how would I explain this to Olivia? How do I tell her this isn't a normal thing grown-ups do? What do I do with my clothes? Do I need to get a Stanley steamer for the car seat for like my driver's side seat after, you know what I mean? And, and I'm stuck behind this semi truck, and I say out loud, I'm gonna shit myself right here. And this just like clarity moment of clarity, come to God moment. I'm gonna shit myself right here. And Olivia goes, "What was that, Dad? Dad, what? What'd you say, Dad? Dad, what'd you say? What, Dad? Dad, what? What'd you say, Dad? What do you mean? What do you say? What do you say?" I was like, "I just need to use the potty really bad, kid. I am going to die." I did not shit
Tell
myself,
mommy I
lady.
love her.
Tell Mom I'm. Oh! I did not soil myself or my car seat, dear listener. I did a good clench. There was a distinct feeling of upward movement as things kind of went. Okay, we'll hold off for now.
Yes,
Everyone
that's what I
listening,
call is pooping inside.
everyone listening to this right now is making a face that you know exactly what I'm talking about
You sure do.
because you've been there. Don't act like you're not a human being who's had to shit in a car that you're driving so hard. And as you can feel, it's the worst feeling in the world because you are at once the only one in total control of your destiny, but you are also completely powerless at the same time. It is the
Hmm.
worst possible combination of circumstances ever.
Yeah,
And then
and
we
it
went
could
home and I pooped. And it was
and it
great.
could just not be any worse because you know that you cannot just like leave your kid, you can't abandon your kid, but you also know that taking your kid with you will slow it down. Like
Oh my
what?
god. Because that was the thing. I was like, could we stop at like a store somewhere? Is there like a
Right,
McDonald's I stop off? You know, is like a gas
right,
station? And like, it's like if I do that, it will take 90 minutes to get
correct,
from the parking spot to
correct.
the bathroom because the kid's gonna be like, "What's going on? Why are we going here? I gotta talk to the guy to get the key. What does the key do? Oh my god!" And unlocks
Right,
the door. You see,
right.
what do we need to go? I'm gonna shit my pants right now.
Yes. Yes.
Every
I feel like every parent can relate. If you have like a child that's like 6 and under, I would rather take the time cleaning up my own feces all over myself than
it
take the
would be
time trying
faster.
to get the kid out of the car to get like yeah.
It would
Like
it would be
I don't
faster.
know about other people, but like when I have to pee, I'm like, I kind of have to pee. And then when I see a toilet, I'm like I'm going to explode. Um
Is on right
yeah.
now.
And then literally we got home from Tamarack and I needed to pee again. And Linnea is kind of potty training a little bit. She's sitting on the
Yeah.
potty, whatever. And I was, I was like, move, I gotta pee. And she,
Should have been on the
and she was
pot.
like, she's like, my potty, that's my potty, that's my potty. And I was like, it's
Yeah.
normally your potty, but it's not right now. Please move. And then she had her little fingers underneath the seat, and I'm like, I'm
Oh,
going to
jeez.
break all 5 of your fingers or piss on them.
This is a biological need you don't understand.
Literally just
Nature is
like
calling.
just picked her up and she's tantruming like because
Oh
I
God.
pottied before her and then
Well, maybe she should go faster then.
like holy mackerel, man, parenting is not for the weak
It isn't. I
or
saw a
with
thing a while ago.
anybody with IBS.
Also very true. I saw a
Yeah,
thing a
if you
while
have
ago
IBS, don't have kids.
that being a parent is only hard for good parents.
True
And I like
that.
that. Yeah, I thought that felt very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Also,
Let's
a fun little
let,
fact that I learned from nope, uh, Deck Shepherd is if you have to poop in the car to put your rubber mat down or just like whatever, like your floor mat underneath your seat, and then if you absolutely have to, just explode on that.
this has been the RF Fitness Podcast. If you want to learn more about beginning your own health and fitness quest, you can go to rffitness.net. That's rffitness.net. Scroll to the bottom of the page to join our Discord for free. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Keep questing.